Hello everyone, welcome to a new dawn. Let's go ahead and continue. And so here we are with our choices, more to lewdness, or we take it back a bit. So I'm going to do the dishonorable service of taking it back a bit. Why do you ask? Why for? Why do you deny us our lewdness? Well, there's a lot of factors. Well, there's this visual novel is free, you know, no cost. You can play it by yourself, witness the entire love with your own very eyes without me yapping in your ear. And to, of course, the YouTube and all that. You know how they are. You've seen what happens. Anyways, we're continuing on. I looked to Dawn as she smiled back at me, biting her bottom lip. We both held still for a few seconds before bursting out laughing. Did I say? That doesn't matter. Actually, let's go back. I was kinda hoping you'd do that. I took a deep breath while I composed my thoughts. Literally nothing seemed like the right thing to say right now. Yeah, I was hoping I would too. Dawn stayed seated on a little table, quietly glancing between me and the room around us, with the table in a vice grip. Her gaze fell on the miniature bed to our side, on no part of it in particular, without looking back at me. Dawn hopped down off her perch and made the bed squeak under her modest weight. She bobbed up and down for a moment before scooting to the side a bit and patting the bed beside her. I quickly took the invitation and sat myself beside her, putting one arm around her back. Dawn fiddled with her skirt, slowly leaning in and putting her arms around my waist. I put her head below mine, but she still managed to tilt up and meet my kiss as I moved in. We held each other as gentle as our kiss was. After a few blissful minutes, I felt Dawn put more and more of her weight on me. I offered no resistance as Dawn pushed me down, lying me against her bed and herself atop me. I felt myself move automatically to hold her thighs and help steady her as she crawled towards me. Touching her legs briefly made me forget my own name. I ran my fingers delicately across her soft, smooth skin. It was hypnotic, and the only thing that broke me out of it was Dawn slumping herself down on top of me. I had to consciously not hug her too tight. She was so soft and warm. Dawn let out a cute giggle as she nuzzled up to me and gave me a quick kiss before I had a chance to respond. I ran my hands through her long blue hair, playing with it between my fingers. Holding the back of her head, her hair was like a soft, silky cloth. With a deep exhale, Dawn melted into me, rubbing her face into my shoulder and chest. It was absolutely adorable. She lay in between my raised legs, which I also incorporated into my full body hug. I seriously cannot overstate how soft and cozy she is. Despite the miniature dollhouse bed we shared, I felt more comfortable than I have in a very, very long time. Things were quiet between us. Aside from the sounds of our cuddling, I slowly rubbed her back, idly kneading her hair between my fingers and basking the motion of Dawn's body she breathed in and out. As much as I didn't want to change this moment, I love you. Dawn? Yeah? I think I'm in love with you. Yeah? She was waiting for more. I hadn't thought of anything else to say. I know we haven't known each other that long, but yeah, I can't imagine what else this could be. This has been like the best week of my life, I guess. I chuckled at my own statement, staring at the ceiling of the room and continuing to ramble. I feel like a different person than when I got on the ship after meeting you. Like I know more about myself and what I'm doing and about the world and Pokemon. I've met a lot of people in my life, but no one like you. So passionate and confident and smart. And gorgeous. I shut my eyes for a second, a moment of clarity coming over me. Yeah, and Dawn, you're the most beautiful girl the most beautiful anything I've ever seen, so... I could tell she was trying to hold back a giggle at that, but she just watched and waited for me, resting her chin against my chest. I sighed. I'd broken my own semi-poetic train of thought. I sat up a bit, leaning my head forward to better look at her. She moved one hand to grip mine, holding it warmly as I continued stroking her hair with my other. Every day when you went off to bed, all I could think about was you, and what we'd do tomorrow, and stuff. And how I love when you smile, and when you laugh, and when you tell me these amazing stories about your life. And your confidence, and that little sparkle you get when you're doing something you love. And I love you. I've loved every second we've been together, and I don't want it to end. And I don't know if all this sounds crazy or stupid or whatever. I don't know a thing about girls, you know? But I know I've never known someone as fun and thoughtful and smart and talented and wonderful as you, Dawn. And you have a really, really cute hat. Far? I don't know anything about boys either. I've really never had feelings like that before until we met. I was all down at the dumps when we met, and just like that, you completely got rid of it. Far, you just make me feel so special in this weird way that I've never felt before. And you know all about how many people I've met on my journey already. And nothing's ever made me feel like I feel when I'm with you. You're just such a sweetheart, and you make me smile and laugh, and you really just get me. And I have such great friends in the world, but you're just... I don't know what it is about you that makes me so happy. Hanging out with you just makes my heart pound, and seeing you with Scyther has been some of the most fun I've ever had. I tried to hold back a grin at that, giving the same respect she gave me. And I'm not ready for this to end either. I want to see you do stuff. I want to see you in Unova when you see something new. I want to give you stuff just to see what you do with it. And I want you to see me too, because I love how you make me feel. And then when the day's over, I want to sit with you by the fire and hold hands and talk and warm each other up and cuddle together. And take your clothes off and hug and kiss and be naked together and... She lost her sentence to a giggle, could feel her squeezing her legs together around mine before she quickly moved on. And I guess I could tell you felt something different about me, just based on how I feel when we're together, you know? You make me feel so special, and you're special to me, Far. I don't know if love at first sight is just a thing in movies or whatever, but that's sure what this feels like. If all this means I'm in love with you, Far, then I think I need you to kiss me again. My face hurt from smiling as I pulled Dawn back to lying on top of me. I brushed some of her hair out of her eyes as she stared down at me, lowering herself back into a deep kiss. As much as it pained me to break our bond for a single second, I managed to force out a harsh whisper. I love you, Dawn. I love you too, Far. Dawn grabbed one of my hands, squeezing it tightly enough to hurt a bit. I didn't mind. She opened one eye, looking past me towards the wall behind me and reaching out. With the one light in the cabin out, we settled into each other to get more comfortable. Dawn and I held each other delicately. I rubbed her back softly and listened to her breathing, feeling her inhale and exhale as we continued to kiss. Despite my eyes already being closed, I could feel a weight on them from my exhaustion. It was hard to tell when I fell asleep, but Dawn and my embrace lasted through the night. Wow. This actually happened, huh? I'm actually in Dawn's bed with her, holding her soft, sweet, cozy form above me. I'm glad she's light enough to sleep on top of me for however long it's been. As much as I didn't want to disturb her, I felt my hand automatically float up to delicately stroke her hair. It was as nice as... Good morning, my love. Hello, Dawn. She could barely finish that sentence before she started giggling. The little vibrations of her body felt nice. I cut her laughter off by pulling her into a kiss. I intended it to be a quick smooch, but before I knew what was happening, Dawn's tongue ran against mine. I gently clutched a clump of her hair as her hot breath escaped out the sides of our mouths. Oh, yeah, that. Dawn leaned over to the side table, poking her watch to turn off the alarm. I'd entirely forgot we had a contest to win today. Dawn let out an exasperated sigh as she settled back into me. She gave me a quick peck on the lips before resting on her arms a few inches above me. With a free hand, she fiddled with my hair as I did with hers, making us both mirror each other's dopey smile back at one another. Still, feel up to that? Kidding. First place in our first contest together is the only thing that could make this cruise any better. That is a great point. Dawn glanced to the side, letting out another sigh. She sat up a bit, still putting me to the bed below us. I also need you at your best too, cause if we don't get first place, I had to forfeit my contest pass for a year. What? Dawn kept a straight face just long enough for me to get concerned before breaking out laughing. The flimsy cabin bed beneath us giving some enthusiastic squeaks as she shifted around. No, but you believe me. Dawn's eyes suddenly widened, a startled look appearing on her face. She put her hands on her face and out her messy hair, quickly looking over at the hairbrush on her table. She's probably not used to seeing someone seeing her before she's had a chance to prepare for the day. I thought for a second before holding her cheek and delicately kissing her for a few moments, Donna squeezed my hand in hers, holding me in place against her skin. I moved back a bit, feeling the sharp, desperate gasp of breath Dawn let out as I pulled away. She stared back at me with drooped eyes, still holding my hand against her tilted head. You're beautiful. I couldn't think of much else to say other than to be blunt. Dawn started to smile, stroking my hand with her thumb. Her only response was to stare into my eyes as her smile widened. After a few moments, she slumped forwards into a hug with me. I practically had to catch her to keep her from falling down my body. Hoisting her up by her armpits, Dawn stood in front of me with another giggle, coming to her senses a bit. She dusted herself off, looking around the room to scoop up her belongings. So, no dress? I patted as hard as I could at the girl in front of me. She looked a little disappointed herself. Nah, I shouldn't. As much as I like to, it's supposed to be casual wear. I'd show you how you look in it if you had time. But it takes like a million years to get it on and off. So, maybe it's night? If you're still interested? Yeah, okay. It'll be a reward for our first place finish. Yes, that's the attitude I'm looking for. She's been keeping me feeling positive all week, and it's actually starting to help. I guess it is all state of mind. That sounds like the kind of advice Dawn would give anyway. Okay, I believe you, but I do still want to fix my hair, so give me a bit, okay? Dawn spent a little while fiddling with her hair, spritzing it with a few balls from her table, and patting it down into more workable form. I couldn't help but watch her as she repeated various movements, pushing and pulling her hair around and finally snapping her yellow hair close into the place. And here I am, failing to remember the last time I used a comb in my life. Okay, I think I'm all set. Wait, hang on. Okay, now we should be good. Oh wait, one more thing. Dawn seems to anxiously be double-checking every part of her already. Perfect appearance in anticipation of our contest appearance, something I assume she's used to doing for all her big appearances. You know, you're perfect already. Dawn slammed back into me, arms wrapped around my waist as she stood on her toes and planted another kiss on my lips. She nuzzled my chest for a moment before looking up to me. I couldn't help but pet her hair as she spoke. Okay, I'm ready. Sorry, Ash and Brock always yelled at me over this sort of thing. They just don't understand beauty. I crossed my arms with a smirk as she gave a somewhat knowing laugh at my comment. They absolutely didn't. They never called me ridiculously cute. Oh, what fools they are. Okay, we should get going. First one to the arena gets good first impression points from the judge after all. I instinctively shot out my hand and grabbed hers as we walked towards the door, her door. She opened her eyes wide, grinning at me and squeezing my hand. It looks like she's as excited as I am about getting to hold hands from now on. Alright, here we are, just relax. We've been practicing for this all week, and a week is a long time. It's like at least 4 whole days or something. And we had the world's most amazing coordinator with us. We got this no problem. The two of us arrived at the contest ground on the top deck of the ship, early morning sunlight casting long shadows across the sand arena ground. The area resembles repurposed volleyball courts or something, and we're in the lowered area in the middle of the ship, the walking decks on either side of us. There's a little set of bleachers up against the wall, and some passers-by are stopping to lean on the railing above us and watch the festivities. Dawn has an excited and determined demeanor about her, clenching her fists and occasionally hopping up and down. Just watching her makes me want to try my hardest, and only partly to look good in front of her. This is actually pretty exciting. I can see why she's so into this. Hopefully I can maintain that attitude through to the end of it. Hey, so I should probably get Pip up out here and tell him the news. Yeah, Scyther will probably want to hear too. Pippo's not gonna hurt me, is he? Nah, he's not that protective of me. At least I don't think so. If anything, he'll probably laugh at us. Shh, I can take that. As long as I'm still allowed to kiss you. Yes, please. I leaned in for a quick smooch as Dawn reached into her bag for her Pokeballs. Pip! La. Yeah, get out of your system. Dawn squeezed my hand for Piplup to see. He clapped his flippers together mockingly, making exaggerated kissy faces in our direction. We collectively rolled our eyes as I pulled out Scyther's ball from my pocket. Scyther? Scyther! Piplup! Yeah. We watched Scyther and Piplup excitedly hop up and down for a bit, Dawn and I smirking at each other all the while. They're like our little children. They were both waiting for this too, huh? Guess so. Hey, okay, I'm gonna go check us in. Wait here, okay? Okay. I nodded with a smile at her excitement. She skipped over to the little fold-out table with a staff member, surrounded by various other trainers with their Pokemon. There looks to be a couple dozen people around, presumably our upcoming opponents. So let's size up the competition, shall we? Holy moly. You look dangerous. Taller than Scyther, meaner looking too. Possibly stronger? Let's look somewhere else. Oh my goodness, what is that? Isn't that Oshawott? He's a little sea otter with a cute button nose and a little seashell on his tummy and a cute little face, and I love him so much. I just remember seeing him go down the stairs? Up the stairs? I forgot. But he was really happy. Oh my gosh, I hope we don't have to battle you. I'd never be able to hurt you. Like, I never want to hurt you. I'm sure we literally wouldn't be able to hurt you anyway, but whatever. Is this train around? Would anyone notice if I hugged him? Yeah, probably shouldn't risk it. Who knows what a cuddly little guy like him could do. Oh my goodness, look at him. It is Oshawott. Okay. Asha. Oh, I said that out loud, didn't I? I can't help it but look at this precious little... Oh, he ran away. No, I scared him away. I'm sorry. I need to remember to ask Dawn what that was. I need one in my life. Goodbye, little guy. I will love you forever. Oh, and you too, Dawn. Huh? I love you. I love you too, Fire. Alright, here you go. Your first contest pass. Dawn presented me with a thick piece of paper that looks like it was probably torn from a large sheet of identical ones. It was strangely nice to see that she'd written my name on it for me. Her handwriting was cute and neat, just like her. Complete with a little heart next to my name. I'll treasure it forever. Assuming it doesn't immediately get crumpled up in your wallet or something. I assure you, they're usually really nice and laminated stuff, but we're in casual mode, remember? Hey, I was serious. I get to be in contest with you. It's exciting. I've convinced myself that if we win, you'll make me your teammate at the Grand Festival. Oh, getting ambitious, are we far? Let's see how we do, then we'll talk, okay? Looking forward to it. For now, though, let's focus on the contest at hand. Round 1 starts in 15 minutes. Seidler. You guys remember what we're doing, right? Deflecting a hyper-powered water attack with a ninja precision. Yep, 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 yep. Awesome, then we got this no problem. Anyway, looks like we're number 8 out of 12, so you want to find somewhere to sit and watch? Dawn and I shuffled our way past other duos in the area to get to the bleachers overseeing the arena. It was already pretty clogged with other spectators, so we just sat against the wall next to it. This is where I'd normally be anyway, sitting flanked by people on all sides sounds pretty awful right about now, and always. Plus it means I have this cutie all to myself. She's still bobbing up and down and tapping her feet in excitement. It's just adorable seeing her like this. You look pretty excited. I'm just happy seeing you so excited. It's contagious. Yeah, I know the feeling. I can't help but go crazy every time Ash had a big battle too. Sometimes I get in the cheerleader outfit just to get the energy out. A cheerleader outfit? Sounds cute, huh? Yes, very. Cheerleader Dawn was something I didn't know I needed. So add that to dress Dawn for stuff I gotta show ya. Only if you want to. I do. She gave me a quick kiss that I returned. I thrilled she wants to dress up for me. All these outfits sound cute. It was always fun to have an excuse to wear that. I'd say I'm at least partially responsible for Ash's gym battle victories, of course. Pip-lop Pip. And Pip-lop too. He's got his own cheer outfit. You do? You do, little guy? I gasped at that. Really? Oh my gosh, I want to see that too. Pip! So, you like cheerleader outfits, Maybe we should find you one to wear, huh? Hey, as long as it's black, I'll try anything once. Oh, you're on, mister. As soon as I find one, you're wearing it. Welcome all, and thank you for coming to Delacour Cruise's Junior Pokemon Contest. We've got an exciting day of tag team performances and battles coming up, where 24 contestants will show out their Pokemon prowess for yours and our judges' viewing pleasure. Oh boy, here we go. Dawn hopped up as the crowd around us started clapping. I looked back at the arena to see a pair of trainers jogging out to the center, Pokeballs in hand. Dawn hopped up, clenching her fist and biting her lower lip. Alright, let's see. The left one's cute, but the right one though, she's great. I wonder who that is, never seen them before. I'm gonna screenshot that. I need to ask. Even Scyther next to me pushed himself to his feet in an act of effort I've never seen before from him. Amber Vienna. Please give a big hand to our first contestants, Amber and Vienna, together with their partners, Gotharita and Meowstick. Vienna. Okay. So your name is Vienna. What a nice design. Oh. Two Pokemon exploded out of their Pokeballs with a shower of stars, posing together with an obviously practiced grace. I clapped along with Dawn and the audience as the two began their routine. What I assume is the Meowstic fired a series of stars into the air, which they are psychically controlled to circle around the two. It was concerningly spectacular to watch. I cannot but compliment their abilities despite them being our competition. Wow, that was great! Was that great, Dawn? Like, I mean, it looked pretty good to me, but, for all I know, that's entry-level stuff or something. No, that was great. Swift is a common mood to use since it's pretty by itself, so a lot of people try to spice it up somehow. I remember my Ambit Palm, and I use it sometimes too. You gotta be careful not to make it too sparkly or else nobody can see anything. Well, at any rate, the crowd seemed impressed. I heard plenty of cheers and whistles coming from the bleachers to our right, as well as the upper decks on either side. An excellent display from Gotharita and Meowstic. Now, please welcome our next contestants to the stage. Dawn and I stood together, watching a series of Pokemon with our trainers giving performances of various types and qualities. What is that? A bunch of Pokemon I didn't know threw out moves I'd never seen before, occasionally showering the area in sparks or mist of water or any other man-dazzling whatchamacallits. After that first showing, I was particularly aware of how out my league I am here, but some of the next trainer duos were more at my level. A few kids here and there gave some pretty basic displays, firing a single move out in the open, or stumbling here and there due to lack of practice. It didn't seem to bother the trainers as they posed with excitement and hugged their Pokemon to the applause of the crowd. At no point did it become less entertaining to watch. At first I was scared to embarrass Dawn, and to a lesser extent, myself and Scyther. Still kinda feel that way, but at the same time it's not hard to see that this is supposed to be fun. And that's why the crowd and the contestants are all here. So this is gonna be fun, regardless of how we do. I looked over to Scyther, who'd gone from a slightly disinterested gaze to a wide-eyed look of excitement. It's always hard to tell if he's smiling, but I think I see one there. He looks pretty hyped to perform. If he doesn't mind if we're outclassed, then neither do I. And before I knew it, it was our turn. Okay. I think we're up next. You guys ready to maze? Blip blip up, blip blip up. Dawn and Piplup grinned at each other as Dawn held out a Pokeball towards him, recalling the dancing Pokemon bag inside to ready him for his explosive entrance. You ready for this, dude? Scyther gave me an uncharacteristic look, giving his arms a few practice slashes up and down and breathing in and out heavily. Scyther. He seems a little nervous, but the guy's not got an ego the size of whatever that bear thing from earlier was, so I'm sure he's got this. Alright, let's do this. Did you remember your capsule and seal? Now's the time. I nodded, pulling out the capsule she got me and slotting Scyther's Pokeball into it. Dawn did the same with Piplup's, and we shut the plastic devices with a satisfying click. I stuck the fire seal on top, nervously watching as Dawn put on her own to make sure I didn't do it wrong. She gave me a thumbs up, cradling Piplup in her hands, and bouncing up and down, looking back to the center of the arena. Oh man, this is it. Our next contestants are Dawn and Far with their partners Piplup and Scyther. Oh my gosh, okay Far, let's do this. Dawn took my hand in hers as the crowd politely clapped for us. I walked behind her as she led me to the center of the arena, trying to focus on the task at hand rather than how soft and warm her hand was in mine. I stood at the center of the sand arena, turning to face the crowd of people on and around the bleachers. I moved to the, I, oh gosh. I sucked in air and glanced aside, only to see more people peering over the railing and waiting on us to start. My breathing sped up, and I clamped my eyes shut for a moment, trying to keep calm. I'm not used to crowds, and I'm especially not used to humiliating a person I care for deeply. But that's about to happen. Dawn, I'm... Come on, we can do this, just... Dawn grabbed my hand, staring into my eyes. She smiled, squeezing my hand with a reassuring look of excitement and determination. She's so gorgeous. She does not care how we do here. She just wants to have a good time. With me. And I guess I don't exactly need to be good at this to help her with that. Well, let's not disappoint her. I smiled back at her, holding up Scyther's Pokeball in my other hand, as she did the same with Piplup's. With a step back, she took the lead, giving the Pokeball an underhanded toss as I quickly attempted to mimic her motion myself. Alright, Piplup, spotlight. Piplup! Scyther! A shower of stars and bursts of flame heralded Piplup and Scyther's entrances, drawing immediate applause from the crowd. I appreciated Scyther's attempt at a showy entrance as he and Piplup synchronized their poses left and right. Scyther was pretty in sync with Piplup, so far keeping me up with him without stumbling. After holding their position for a few moments, Piplup turned back to us, with Scyther noticing and following suit. Alright, Piplup, Bubble Beam! Piplup! Scyther nodded to him, the two leaping backwards in either direction and striking ready poses. Piplup! Scyther, slash! I figure he doesn't need the command, but it's supposed to be a team sport after all. Oh. That's a lot. Dawn and I watched Scyther slash wildly in front of him, slicing up Piplu's bubble beam and throwing a sparkly mist into the air around the arena. It was actually way more impressive looking than I expected it to be. The crowd seemed to think it so well. It drew a few oohs and nods as they applauded for our Pokemon's display. Piplup kept up the barrage for a few more seconds before letting up as Scyther swatted the remaining bubbles out of the air with a certain chaotic finesse. Once the last bubble had been chopped, he blinked a few times before grinning and doing a little excited hop in place. Frankly, it was adorable, and the crowd seemed to agree, with a few people adding a little laughter to their applause. Piplup rushed over to Scyther's side, looking up to him with stars in his eyes and a smile on his face. Our two Pokemon stood side by side to pose at the crowd in front of us. Come on, Far! Dawn grabbed my arm suddenly, yanking me over to our Pokemon's side where I probably should have been standing already. She scooped up Piplup, the two of them waving at the crowd together. I privately stood with Scyther, our goofy smiles meeting each other, as he coyly kicked his feet around in the sand. A delightful display from Scyther and Piplup. Give them, their trainers, a big hand, everyone. The group of us started to return to our spot by the bleachers, with our two Pokemon trailing behind us. Piplup happily skipped around, waving to the crowd in between hops. Scyther and I slumped down against the wall in unison with a loud exhale, both our anxiety slowly fading. That was kind of scary, but we did it. We sure did. That was awesome, Far. Dawn gave me a big kiss, forcing herself to stand still as she did so. Piplup went off his mocking kissy face routine, which I tried to ignore.
Your first contest round. How's it feel?
Yeah, it feels awesome. Shocked it ended up going so well. Could have sworn we'd screwed up something up.
I know, right? Stuff really goes exactly to plan, but I guess we're just destined for greatness. I knew Scyther, you're great.
Scyther bashfully waved off her compliment, though I could tell from his smile that he was silently praising himself.
And Piplup, of course. Piplup. But we expected as much.
Piplup took the opportunity to hop into Dawn's arms, snuggling against her chest and making her giggle. And making me jealous. It's okay, it's her son. I turned my gaze back to the arena where the next contestants were about to start. I finally managed to steady my breathing as they threw out their own Pokemon onto the field. There's a lot less pressure to perform perfectly when we're one of a dozen other teams participating, I guess. Charmander. Don and I silently observed the remaining performances, both taking a breather from our own short yet draining round 1. I had adrenaline flowing through me the whole time we were up there, so it wearing off has left me more tired than I'd like. I'm sure a good old-fashioned Pokemon battle coming up will do plenty to wake me up anyway. And with that, we wrap up the performance round of our Junior Tag Team Extravaganza. Thank you once again for coming to this week's Delacour Cruise Lines contest. Up next is round 2, with some sure to be intense Pokemon battles between our tag team participants. Contestants, be sure to come up with the back table to get your round 2 pairings. We'll begin in just a few moments.
Piplup, hang on. Gotta go see who our opponents are. Quit it! Piplup!
I looked over at Dawn to see Piplup scurrying all over her loud giggling making it difficult for Dawn to catch him.
Hey Far, can you go see who's we're battling? I'm a little busy here.
You got it. I followed my instincts and forced myself to stand up, with Scyther following suit behind me.
Scyther.
Oh, you're coming with me? I'll take that as a yes. Scyther followed me to the contest organizer's table with a balance in his step. He's clearly having fun. I showed my pass to the announcer, who informed me our opponents would be a tag team number 7. I guess it'll be up to me to find them. Which might be rough, given the cluster of people all trying to do the same thing. Scyther and I wandered through the crowd for a bit, half-heartedly asking around if anyone knew where 7 was. Every time I mumbled too quietly, I got a poke from Scyther, so I had to raise my voice a bit. After a few minutes, I'd still not managed to find our opponents, so hopefully they left and that means we win by default. Yo, wait! Oh, that's girl. Ah, well. I started by a tap on my shoulder, whipping around to see its source. Oh dear God. It's these two. Oh my God, they're gonna beat my ass. Well, it's good to see them.
What's up?
Hey, 7, I guess.
That's us. Looks like we're finding you then, huh?
Oh my God. Oh heavens no, they'll put up a way better fight than me, I promise.
Scyther? Hey dude, sweet job cutting those bubbles up. I guess it sounds way less cool when I say it out loud, but seriously, that's pretty rad. Scyther.
Scyther giddily accepted the comment, tapping his feet and smiling before coughing and returning to his usual stoic demeanor.
So, is your partner around? The girl with the awesome outfit?
That'd be Dawn, yeah? I think she's somewhere around here.
Ah, she had just the cutest clothes, and that hat too. Hey, save the flirting for when you meet her, Rosa.
Ah, her name's Rosa. Hilda Rosa. Okay. I know what they look like, but I forgot the names.
I'm Rosa, by the way. This is Hilda.
Good to see you too.
Be nice to me. Yo.
Hey, I'm Far. This is Scyther.
Scyther. Of course. Sup, dude?
Scyther likes her. He likes Hilda.
Scyther.
What is his deal? Let's go find my friend so we can tell her how pretty her outfit is. Which I completely agree with, by the way.
Perfect. Come on, Hildy.
I strolled back towards Dawn, leading at two girls along with Scyther by my... Wait, where is she?
Damn, look at these things. You could get through a tree trunk with them, huh? Scyther. Now looking forward to throwing Pt.8 at ya. He's gonna seriously have to keep his distance. Scyther.
Okay.
Psh, and she says I'm the flirty one. Hey, there you are. Pip pip. We were afraid you got lost on the way.
You give me no credit.
And you haven't even introduced me to your new friends yet. For shame.
I rolled my eyes at her teasing, stepping to the side to let the girls see each other properly.
Hey there. Hi, nice to meet you too. My name's Dawn. This is my partner, Piplup. Piplup! Oh my gosh, sorry, your outfit is just the cutest. And how'd you get your hair like that? I tried dyeing mine before and it always comes out all frizzy and awful. Oh, and the scarf is just so adorable, and your hat too. Oh, okay, sorry. I just had to get that out after seeing you perform. You're amazing. Oh, and I'm Rosa, by the way. Don't mind her, she gets shy around cute girls.
Dawn took the barrage of compliments in stride, crossing her legs, and turning gaze away from Rosa with a smile. Smug. Rosa is interesting.
I'm Hilda. Good to meet you too. And we've already met these two guys.
Scyther nervously crept up between Hilda and I, and his arms clacking around behind his back.
I can already see we got some pretty serious competition in the coolness department.
Scyther, easy boy.
While I'm pretty sure you're right about that, we still don't know who your two partners are.
Rosa and Hilda looked at each other meaningfully, nodding in unison and reaching for their bags.
Okay, ready? Ready. Alright, Snivy, come on out. Tepig, you too.
Hey, those are pretty cute fellas.
Tepig! Snivy! Oh wow, more you know about Pokemon.
Dawn quickly whipped out her Pokédex to scan the two as they smugly preened themselves at the center of attention. Ah, that little piggy is cute. Snivy, the grass snake Pokemon. Cool, calm, and collected. Snivy uses photosynthesis to collect energy with the leaf on its tail.
Psst, grass type. Watch out for Razor Leaf.
I rolled my eyes and folded my arms indignantly. Tepig, the fire pig Pokemon. Normally, fire shoots out of Tepig's snout, but it shoots out smoke instead when it is feeling ill. Oh.
What's that? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Are they your starters? They sure are. Snivy and Tepig have been with us since the start.
What the heck, Rosa? What was that?
Snivy! And you haven't seen them before. That must mean you're not from Unova, right? That's right. I'm from Sinnoh, and Forrest from Kanto. This will be our first time in Unova. Oh, really? That's awesome. Well, let me welcome you to our home, Dawn and Far.
We're not there yet, Rosa.
Irrelevant. We're the welcoming committee, and we must act as such.
So far, you're doing an amazing job.
Seriously.
Sure, we've already met 2 new Pokemon, and we've only known you like 5 minutes.
Hey, you're right. We got this, no problem, Hilda.
In that case, you can do all the talking. No, Hilda, come back, come back.
What I was gonna do anyway. Got it.
Attention fans and coordinators, we now enter round 2 of our Pokemon contest, the battle stage. Teams 1 and 2 could approach the arena. We will begin in just a few minutes.
Less talking, more battling. Wait, I want a good view.
Yo, Rosa, calm down. Hilda's got them crazy eyes now.
Yeah, I figure we all do. Chill.
The girls and I sat spread along the wall by the bleachers, with Dawn and Philip to my right and our soon-to-be opponents on my left. And this is where I will end for today, but if you're enjoying this video, please leave a like, comment what you think so far, and maybe if you like the other girls, who knows. And if you want to try this for yourself, I will leave the... Well, you can find it for yourselves, I think. But I will put the playlist down below. Anyways, if you want to watch other visual novels, please check my channel down below. Thank you, and take care.